So it's distance first.
Yeah, it's painful.
Yeah, so we'll see what we can do with that distance. Cool. I want to see if you can get more crack from the wrists. Brilliant. To get the speed on the way through, we need the speed on the way back.
That's a great shot.
You're a different animal now.
There you go.
Not that it was a target.
Don't know where it's going to go. Someone said to me that round Brocket's about seven miles walk. So I reckon I'm doing about 14. But yeah, I don't know. I can stand there. I haven't got a clue where it's going to go.
Okay.
I've been playing quite a bit. I've been playing 2-3 times a week. I've been shanking out. Everything that you can think of. Yeah, everything. I never used to do that. I always used to play with a slight fade.
Yeah.
But now it's either I'm pulling it, and then I think, oh no, if I just try and push it out, so then it's just a complete push out.
Yeah.
If I hit it good, it's hitting with a fade.
So the fade's a good shot, is it? That's what happens if you strike it well.
I've never, even when I was playing or not, I've never ever been able to draw a ball.
Really? So that'd be a good place to start.
Let's see the swing then, Steve. And what? So just getting you back on track really then, and getting some control over the game, distance,
Yeah.
all those kind of things. Anything, and then anything in particular what that you?
Well, I'm not hitting it anywhere.
So it's distance first.
Yeah, it's painful.
Shot.
Let's see that when it's finished.
Yeah, so we'll see what we can do with that distance, first and foremost. Feel what the flip side of the coin's like with draw. Go back to the fade, start to work in between. Get a sense of feel for your movement with the height and the shape, the sharp. But first and foremost, let's find your most kind of efficient patterns, see how your body wants to move. So the first thing we need to do is look at what's happening at the minute, see what's going on, and then see why this is happening really. Swing back, that's all normal, kind of moving back, it's kind of hanging around now. It actually starts to move back to the target and then comes back to your right foot. And then as you start to swing down, it's still in the right foot, and you can see where the pressure is. It's on the lateral border there of the right foot. It's here. That's your right foot.
Yeah.
And there's the pressure. But you're well into your downswing now. You've really reacted, and it's like throwing a ball. You'd be here, but you're still here. The pressure's not moving there much, but your centre of mass is. Are you using the ground to move this, or are you just moving this and they're reacting? Now, if you were creating power, you'd be using the ground to move this and rotate. But in your golf swing, you're doing the opposite, where this is moving, this mass is moving to the target, 56, 57% to the right, and then when you get down to here, you're now 54 left, 46 right. So you've now shifted left of centre with your mass, and your pressure's still back here. If you look at your left foot, there's not a lot of your left foot. Even some of it's not in contact. So there's still a lot of pressure on that right side, yet you're into a place here where you'd be using your body's momentum and the pressure from the ground to transfer through the body create speed, but we're not getting that because we've moved the body weight. The good thing is we can see all these places where we can go and get you the power that you know you've got. You're just using a different part of the body for it. That's all. We're going to go to the place where you're not going first and see how the body wants to work. I want you to swish that, so hold it where it's most comfortable. You don't, so we're not thinking of a golf swing. I just want you to hold that, maybe a bit lower down, and I want you to swish it back and forth and get that crack at the bottom. You're going to do it rocking the board as well. Cool. And I want to see if you can get more crack from the wrists on the way back too. So that's it. Good. Brilliant. Sense the timing of the banging of the board to the target and the snap of the club. And I'll see if you can make this banging of the board earlier and wait for the snap. Brilliant. Feel different? Yeah. You need to try and create rotation yourself, but I'm never going to get very fast. Okay, I can use this element and then I can just let my body rotate with it. Or I can try and do this and try and do it all myself. So I'm trying to create the rotational element, this horizontal component of my golf swing, by me using my arm to do it and the body and moving together. I move everything together. If I get my body weight moving first, I can get a little bit of recoil, and if I let my arm swing, and then I just start to rotate, keeping that free-flowing swing going. Now I can let the body work with its range of motion and start to tap into even more elastic recoil. So by going into this rotation now here,
With this?
yeah, we'll just hold the club first. It's a strange one first. Just want you to twist your feet side to side. Then just take your grip for me and let's just do some half swings. Probably just with your right hand to start with, Steve. Only easy half, 3/4 swings in the air. And just use your feet, the twisting of your feet to swing the club. So it's like a pendulum, up and down. Now if we want to get speed, you're going to change the sequence a little bit. You're going to go with these first, and you're going to leave that behind. Both ways. Yeah, you're going to swing it, but it's going to come much later, and then back again. You don't have to go as far as that. Short half swings. So that's it. So on the way back, now go with the feet early. Yes. Now the feet again. Brilliant. Sorry, that's my fault. Good. So swish it back quick. Yes. Feel that momentum on the way back. To get the speed on the way through, we need the speed on the way back. So it's not something that's slow, otherwise it's going to be like throwing a ball like this, and then you've got to try and create it somehow. Whereas if you swing that arm back, which is what you normally do if you're throwing a ball, your body automatically coils or winds, or however you want to think about it, it automatically rotates and it stabilises itself, and then it starts to fire back, and you get this active kind of recoil. Just hit a couple of shots. We're not bothered about how far it goes. I just want you to just get a sense for that shift through the feed. That's very different. Now up to 130. Good. Does that feel different, Steve?
Yeah.
What's it feel like? What's starting to change, do you feel?
I can feel it in my ankles.
Can you? Isn't that interesting?
I can really feel the body coming in the club coming late.
Can you?
It's feeling that I'm there and the club hasn't even come past me.
Right.
That's what it's feeling like.
Cool.
So it's feeling as if I was there.
Wow. These are just stuff you're saying now, and the way you're moving and showing. This is like typical
That's what it feels like.
explosive action. It's like throwing.
Yeah, it feels like it's coming there. No, that's just
Awesome. Now look where we go in. That's it, and then swish it back and through.
Nice.
I'll finish there.
No. Distance up to nearly 140, carry. Massive start, massive difference. I mean, the way this is calibrated, and we're up in the speed all the time. I love what you were thinking though. And not many people do what you've just done either. And I asked you to think about the finish, and you just gave me feedback about your finish. And even I got distracted then by the distance you hit it. And I was then looking at the ball flight, and you weren't. You were thinking about the finish, and that's it. You were right. You were absolutely right. And I was getting distracted.
Yeah.
So I need to give myself a slap on the wrist, because I was saying that's a byproduct. We're not getting into any detail of it. We're not interested yet. We're interested. What you told me was fantastic. It was the feedback of the finish, which is exactly where I need your attention to be. What I want you to do is I want you to let yourself go through that place that you recognise, and then come back in front of you with the momentum. What I would do first is start over the ball. Okay. Make your through swing first, and then bring it back and through. Okay. That you're going through that follow through that you recognise.
Nice.
What a shot. We've got the ball starting right. See your club face, we don't need to really think about that stuff. And that responds anyway to your intention. But the shape on the shot, you were kind of playing this, it's a nice shape, but you really didn't move much. Okay? And what I want to do is explore what's it like moving more. Now, I'm not just talking about the feet, we're talking about the whole body. If I was going to throw a ball over there, look how the whole body's kind of moving. We're not talking shoulders, hips, feet, we're talking about everything. So that as I want to draw the ball, if I'm going to curve it from right to left, I'm probably going to move more to the right in respect to where the target is. And the target's moving further and further behind me. But if I'm looking this way and seeing this target in the same place, Steve, then I might be moving certain parts, but the whole system's not moving as one, if you like. Now we're going to react to ball position, we're going to move, but if we make it really difficult, we're giving ourselves a lot to do. So it's something we need to be aware of more than consciously using to set up. But if I just twist my feet, suddenly now, that's the middle of the stance, but I'm still here. So this is now, in respect to me, my stance is over here. It's like here, if you like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I've moved it further and further forward. And that's going to make it harder to draw. Have a play around with that, Steve. See how you feel. Sit for just a few shots. Brilliant. What a swing. That must feel so much better.
Shot.
So we're up to like nearly 140. So it's a big increase from the start. And we obviously want the consistency. We can up it as well. It's going to, once you start to tap into the origin of these forces, but you're moving around into a place now where you can really let this thing go. So more, yeah, that's it. Get that swing path out to the right.
Shot, Steve.
Brilliant.
Very nice.
Does that feel a bit strange being that far around the ball?
It felt comfortable.
Felt comfortable, just different. But comfortable is awesome. Just the sound of it now.
Nice.
We've got this beautiful tailor-made draw. And you said earlier you weren't really playing a consistent. Never played a draw.
Let's go to what we're saying.
But it feels natural to do this.
Yeah, we're not doing anything at
No,
all.
it looks natural.
Unreal.
The only thing that makes you think about it is just throwing
This is where you would recognise the fade. There's a very definitive finish to the fade. This is intentions. Moving around here for the draw, very different. You can see the intention. So this is where we have to explore. The overall awareness for your movement is something you'll relate to, and that's path. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's beautiful. So what did you do there? Because that was awesome.
I aimed the club where I wanted to start it and just opened myself right up.
Yeah. That's playing a fade, if you like, in a very intentional and predictable manner. The face will naturally start to attune with your intention, which it is doing. Again, it's so fast, we don't control face. It's part of the system. We don't control our knee, our ankle, our big toe. But every part of the body is just as important as every other part, and this is part of the body. Let's see if we can play a lower ball flight now. So maybe more push forward, because that's affecting the loft. You can de-loft it more and forward press. Every part of the system is active. Yeah, now forward press with your intention, de-loft it. Look at that. 145 carry. That's it, you're moving in more. Yeah, let the club hand come in from underneath, on the side. Oh, you've done it. 149 carry. See, there's a big shift first before we go. Yes. There's a shift, then everything comes through. So if you look at that screen as you do it, notice there's a shift, and then you rotate and open. Now you've got the momentum from the whole body, the upper body too. Brilliant. Feel different?
Yeah.
So you're going to get the strike, you've got the momentum from the whole body. You were doing a brilliant job from the lower body. But let me just show you again, if I don't have my upper body above my lower body, watch, I can't really get the forces I can when I'm moving with it and I'm over it. It's like you wouldn't throw a ball from here to get power. You go like this, and then as you start to go up, that's when you start to make your movements. Moving in, posture, everything, adapt, brilliant. So much stronger, that. So much stronger. Look at this. So now, even though your spin rate's gone up, you're still getting 145. So your spin rate's up 5.4, which is, yeah, look, it's okay, it's fine. Does it feel stronger, that?
Yeah. It doesn't feel like I'm hitting it hard.
Brilliant. Loads more dynamic. Loads more dynamic. On 480. That's huge, Steve, that.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
You're a different animal now.
There you
go. Not that it was the target.
This feels well. When I pull,
It's 20 yards further.
when I push that club, it just helps.
You've now got recognition of this. This is the end of the chain as well. It's part of the system. You're letting it move, and it's you're manipulating. You're manipulating. You're just adapting it. that sound against the net, the whole movement is just
That's unreal.
horrifying.
Look at that.
Shape on the ball, like, watch this. It's business.
Sorry.
4-5 spin. 8 degrees right, 1300. It's like the club head speed's gone up. This was in the low 70s earlier, about 70, 72. So you up to by 5 miles an hour. Just by timing momentum shift and timing of your forces. Alright,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can hit a few more if you want. It's brilliant. While you're in this space, it's awesome just to play around, Steve. While it's feeling good and comfortable and...
Ball speed's gone up a lot, is that right?
Pardon?
His ball speed's gone up quite a lot.
Yeah.
Is that efficiency of strike?
Yeah, better strike now, better compression.
From like 80
So he's got basically, the compression is basically impulse. The ball spends longer, so you've got longer transfer of energy, more ball speed on separation. So the ones now that you're not that that you think, oh, I didn't quite get, it's like 140, where they were like a lot further than the other ones before, which is awesome. It's like powerful. Brilliant. And it's like you are, in your golf swing, you can feel when you are releasing all that through your forces. You're attuning more to them now. Alright.
Yeah. Great one.
Thanks, mate. Well done. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. Good.
Big difference.
There's a lot of difference in that from the start.
Yeah. And in the feel of the swing, must be a big difference, that.
Yeah, it looks.
It's unreal, mate. Be back in tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I know I like in the morning.
yeah.
I can feel the hips.
Can you?
I feel the hips, everything's moving that hasn't been before, and I can feel it.
Yeah. It's all involved in the chain.
Yeah, I'm not the fittest of people, I know, so.
Yeah, but you can, well, it doesn't matter. You're not in bad
Fine
shape. I mean,
fitness,
you're
isn't it?
creating speed, so you are. You've got athleticism, you see. You've got the skill set. You've played before, and like you say, to a good level, and now you feel and like you come back, and we're just tapping back into that old skill set, but we're reconfiguring it in a more optimal way.
Yeah.
And it's different.
So would I do that press on every club?
Yeah. It's always there with everything. Now it can show itself as sometimes just a knee or a hip or whatever, pelvis or hands or just so, but there's always a shift that way. And we can harness that and use it in the system and use it as a generator for momentum, because it is momentum. If sometimes we're actually moving counter to that by trying to do something that's a bit more deliberate and manipulated. These forces are now just reacting to what you're doing here, as opposed to actually using these, because that's what happens when you throw a ball and use these. So we're just tapping into them and letting the upper body then transfer it at the right time. So it's not too early or not at all, where it's not really getting through the system, which is where we were at the beginning, and now you're getting through to the club. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve. Well done, mate. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Nice. Nice to watch.